Oh my God, what a day. Howdy, it's me, Manny Kumar, coming to you from the bunker system, located underneath the Ardville, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. Oh, Lord. It's been a hard week. Last Saturday I went to yoga and I thought, oh, not very good, and it's kind of sweaty, but I did manage to do a side crow on both sides. It's where you put your hands on the ground and you kind of turn and stick your knees up on your elbow, so you're standing on your hands with your knees sideways on your elbow. It's hard, but I did it briefly. And then like Sunday's like, oh, this is horrible. So I don't have that many records, but I'm coming to you with this great story. It's very tired today. Well, I worked a few days in there's no air conditioning and it's pretty brutal. In the room. Oh, I didn't describe it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, go on. It's an exciting video when you don't actually talk about anything. Except for this, the most exciting story. I gotta take a drink of this first. So I told you a story about the woman that parked next to the BMW, right? You know how crazy that story was? You remember that story? I told that story, right? I must have. If I didn't... Well, just briefly, I was at a traffic light, turning right, 2 turn lanes. You could see everything, not that much traffic, no pressure, no craziness. And the woman in front of me, the guy in front of her in a vintage BMW convertible, just sitting there waiting for the red light to turn green or waiting for the traffic to clear up. He couldn't turn. She pulled out next to him and just crunched her car right into him. Just like, ee, squeak, little squeak, ee, grind. Like she didn't even see it was crazy. Okay. Something crazier happened than that. So like I said, I had a cold Sunday. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, going back to bed, got up for like an hour or something. And so I'm getting ready to just lay down again, and that dog starts barking. Kind of like the bark like there's somebody at the door bark. And I listen and I hear him pounding. Like, oh, who could be at the door? So I look out the window and there's a county police cruiser in the drive with its light bar on. I'm like, oh no. County police cruiser? I don't feel very good. What's going on? I have to go outside. I have to put clothes on and go outside. So I go outside in my bare feet. I'm like, no. Just run outside. What could be wrong? The cop's gone. He's walking around the house looking for somebody. So I'm standing halfway up in the driveway. Then I see there are 5 police cars in my driveway. Next door neighbor, the neighbor across the street, another couple just parked on the side of the road. Like, what is going on? So I didn't even know if I should go anywhere near whatever's going on. I'm standing halfway down my driveway, and the neighbor from across the street comes over. He says, you got anything missing? I'm like, what do you mean, do I have anything missing? Well, there were 2 guys, like about a 20-year-old something, and maybe an early 30-year-old, in an SUV, you know, 7:45 in the morning, sitting in my driveway, about 50 feet from the road, claiming that they were taking, not a new SUV, kind of a well-used SUV, claiming they were taking pictures of the view. And then the one guy claimed that he was teaching his younger friend how to drive, which the younger friend denied to the cops that he had anything to do with the. What happened was they're in the driveway facing, you know, towards my house, claiming they're taking I don't know. And the driver punches the gas in reverse to the floor. And half my driveway, don't ask me why, I don't know. Half of it's this old concrete, half of it's gravel. Accelerates at full speed down the gravel, throwing gravel. You can see the tire marks in the gravel all the way to the road. Misses the stonework, which has been hit by trucks and cars over and over again. I'm always repairing it. and the tree which is right by the house. Somehow at full speed they missed those. They zoom across the road. Fortunately, they don't hit anybody. They hit a telephone pole across the road. Snap it in two. They break it right in half, right at the ground. Snap it right off. But they're not done yet. They continue to drive full speed backwards until they hit the neighbor's house with such force that the neighbor's wife says she thought there was an earthquake. The house was shaking. She thought an earthquake had hit the house. So she opens the door like, what's going on? And the guy, I guess, gets out of the car and is like, oh, well, can I come? And she's like, don't come in my house. What are you doing? It'll hit your house. It was crazy. Anyway, so I don't think the cops ever figured out what they were doing. Nothing was missing. They hauled the driver away in handcuffs, of course. But the other kid, his father, it looked like maybe his father came to get him, because when he got in the minivan, you couldn't hear it, but you could see the father's mouth going, ah. He wasn't very happy. It was just insane. Completely insane. Anyway, should we go right to the records? Why not? It's not a very big stack. I should have another story, but I sure can't top that one. It's the favorites of the Vernons. Oh my God, look. That's got to be the living room, right? They always dress like that. They always get together on Sunday in their living room. It looks kind of like a movie set. Dressed to the nines, sitting there talking about what? What do they talk about? Well, I don't know. They didn't have computers or anything good. Like, oh, what'd you post on Facebook this week? I don't know what people talked about back in the day. Anyway, what do they sing? I bought it for the cover. I probably won't even listen to it. I don't know. How many copies of this do you have, Manning Mark? Oh, 3 or 4. It was such a clean copy. How could I pass it up? For $1, right? Provocative percussion. Gospel and Grasses, the Kentucky River Boys. Where are they out of? Elkhorn and Vergy, Kentucky. The rest are from Virginia. Oh, how can the Virginia boys call them Kentucky River Boys? So Kentucky River, I have no idea. Is that like border Virginia? Maybe because it borders Virginia. No, the Kentucky. I've been on the Kentucky River. I don't know. That was a boat trip I took once in a boat that was leaky, and the engine only had 1 cylinder. Like it was 3-cylinder, and only 2 were working. That was an interesting trip. It's Boone Estep, and the Rambling Grass, your old love letters. Could be something good on this one. Where are they out of? Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Probably have this one. It's no big deal. Who is it? Leroy Anderson. Oh, this is Stradivarius strings. Anyway, it's really clean. It's a fun looking cover. Nice piece of art on the cover. Diddle Faddle, China Doll. Some good tunes, but it'll be done up in lush string style. It's Provocative Piano Volume 2, Dick Hyman and his orchestra. A terrific cover. Got this one, but I have another one. Why? Because it's such a clean copy. I couldn't pass it up. 1961 Command Records. And last but not least, just because it's last, is the sensual sound of the soulful oboe featuring Bert Lucarelli. Oh, this actually looks more, that's 1981. I don't know, guitar, strings, percussion. I might feature something. This is probably already on YouTube. Almost everything I feature is on YouTube now. It didn't take long. Oh man, I'm running, I plugged in the camera, the battery's dead, I'm plugged, so I had to plug it in. I turned on this power strip, and this came on. Haven't had this on in a while. My mirror ball makes me feel like partying. Oh. But not too hard, just this one beer. After all, I'm 60. Okay. I'm just groaning because it was a hard day, that's all. I'm in pretty good spirits, actually. Just dragging things out now. I know. I thought something would come into my head, but nothing did. That's because of the generator they were running today. All the fumes came into the, not only was it hot and humid, impressively hot and humid, where we worked and dirty, but the diesel fumes in the room all day long. Oh, I had such a headache. Hey, that should be turned like that. Sorry, what? Never mind.
Today I burned your old love letters. I burned them gently one by one. And as I light the flame I read it, for I can see what you had done. The first you wrote me was the sweetest. The last one broke my heart in two. And as I light the flame I read it, for I can say I still love you. And as I burned your old love letters, they brought back memories from the past. They told about you and your new love, a love I knew could never last. The first you wrote me was the sweetest. The last one broke my heart in two. And as I light the flame I read it, for I can say I still love you. For I can say I still